Oh, we're live. Happy lunchtime, mothershippers. Right, you can't turn your. There we go. How is everybody this afternoon? Welcome to Business and Professional Development Day. I'm Julie from the Coaching Den for Life, and I'm a trained counsellor, and I help you providing the tools and the insights to help you overcome blockages and obstacles, develop resilience, and become more mindful. If you're out there, pop me a wave, send me a heart, come and have a chat with me. So today, as part of the business and personal development, we are looking at do it, dump it, or delegate it. I hear so many times people really struggle with delegation. And what is it and how we're doing it. So we're going to have a little chat about how you can organise your life a little bit. Hiya Joe Quinney, nice to see you. It says wave, so I'm waving. So the world is just moving so fast, isn't it? And we have to learn either to do what's important to us, or to dump it, or to delegate it. Because actually time is our most important asset. And the way that we use our time is crucial. And I know a lot of people struggle with that as well. So, you live through each day, you have new challenges, new tasks and issues. They'll always crop up. These will include opportunities to increase the pace of what you're doing. And maybe some, useful new information, some knowledge that'll support your aims and objectives. But there'll also be stuff that comes in that just takes up your time and isn't pushing you forward to where you want to go in your life and what you choose to do. When you get clear on your personal objectives, then you have that mantra. Keep that mantra going in your head. Do it, dump it, or delegate it. And I want you to hear you say that. Do it, dump it, or delegate it. This is one for Ruth Lloyd Williams. In fact, she's doing fantastic at it now. So if something relevant turns up and it is relevant to your aims and objectives and it supports you, then do it. If something crops up and that doesn't help you in your aims, then just remove it from your world. Things that are relevant to where you're going can be managed and organised by someone else. They should be delegated. If it's not your forte, they should be delegated. I don't do administration, so I delegate that to those people who are incredibly good and clever at it. And then it just leaves you free to focus on what you're good at, where you want to go. So remember this. Spend as much time as you can doing what you choose to do, rather than reacting to events that come around you. The more you feel in control, of your actions, the more effective those actions will be. And I'm adoring life at the moment. I have to say, I'm only doing stuff that I choose to do. Nearly chose to throw the laptop out of the window before because it's very slow. So let's look at the first one, do it. So there's not a lot of flexibility in this one, okay? It can either be expanded, if you like, slightly to either do it right now or make a plan for when you can do it in the future. But there is a little codicil to this as well. If you're going to do it, make sure you've got the time to do it properly. Will you do it? Definitely. What time? When? And it's, it can apply to anything, any single thing. So whether that is opening the post, whether it's going through your emails, whether it's answering phone calls, planning meetings or booking them in. They might all qualify as to do it, but making it to do it right now and properly, or to delegate it to later on, to leave it to later on, where you can actually put an hour aside to make sure that you just focused on that task. Because if you do things half-heartedly, I know what I'm like. If you do something half-heartedly, then you just end up having to do it again and again and again. And you have to examine your motives as well. Do you really want to do it? So if you can, do it. If you can't do it properly, pick a time later on. Put that in your diary where you can do it properly. And it's really good, this part of it. It helps you clarify your mind and your thoughts and your priorities. I don't know, if at some point you don't manage to do it, really have to sit back and think, well, how much of it is a priority to you? Is it a real priority? It might have appeared important at the beginning, or has it just become a procrastination? So have a little think about that. And if it's not a priority to you, can you dump it, or can you delegate it? So dumping it. I love dumping stuff. It's about being a little bit ruthless. And I've talked about this before, when you're clearing your house and you're clearing your mind. And if you haven't touched something for 6 months, dump it. You obviously don't need it. And that's a little bit like our work and our business life and our personal life as well. So if you're not going to take advantage of that, once in a lifetime opportunity or once in a lifetime holiday that comes through your door, but you're sitting there reading it for ages, dump it straight away. Don't put it in the back burner. You could be concentrating on doing something that will give you that once in a lifetime holiday. And the same goes, for all them interesting emails. Now, I know what I did, and it took me flipping hours, was just to desubscribe to everything that has no concern to me at all, or I'm not interested. But you know what? It's one of those things, isn't it? You're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. You go, oh, that looks interesting. Pop your email in. Oh, my God. And before you know it, you're spending half an hour every day just clearing your inbox before you can even focus on what you need to do. So, if anything, spend a couple of hours a week just going through and unsubscribing to anything that doesn't actually have an impact or you need to use. You can, read emails as they come in. And if you don't want to deal with them at that moment in time, file them. And if they're not important, delete them. I have palpitations when I see people's inboxes and there's like 3,400 emails in there. I'm like, oh, I can't cope with that. That's awful. It would drive me insane. Try not to get sidetracked. I am the biggest one for that. I like a little bit of excitement in my life, and something will come along and I'm like a little magpie and I go, oh, that's exciting. It just distracts me from actually what I'm doing. So now I have my little 5-point plan. And if it doesn't stick with that 5-point plan, it doesn't happen. It gets dumped. And I have that in front of me on my fridge every day. If somebody calls you, the telephone's a flipping nightmare, isn't it? Well, actually, do people actually call anymore? It's more about text messages or WhatsApp messages or, So on WhatsApp, for instance, mute notifications until you can sit there and go through them and respond to them properly. Facebook messaging, again, mute them, deal with the ones that you need to deal with, and then delete the rest. Phone calls, don't say to somebody, right, I'll call you back. If you have the time to deal with it then. And if you don't, manage it with your voicemail, so that when there is the time where you can go through and sit and listen to your messages, then go through it again. So I want you to try something, okay? So at the end of every day, aim to keep your messages clear, okay? So if you've left them in your WhatsApp, etc., go into them, clear them up. Your email inbox as clear as it possibly can be. Check your voicemails, and then do a to-do list for the next day. Okay, so first of all, you're going to choose to do things that you want to do rather than what you have to do. The rest you're either going to dump or you're going to delegate. Okay, your dump it list is to go through your emails, to go through anything that isn't relevant to your current life plan. And if you want to set a current life plan, inbox me, because you need to know where you're going before you can get there, and I can help you with the tools for that as well. So the last one, delegate it. And it's such a struggle, and I think it's such a struggle for ladies as well, because you know what, we're so used to flipping just going, all right, look, I'll just deal with it. Or I hear an awful lot of, well, if I don't do it, then it won't get done properly. Well, actually, it will if you choose the right person to do it for you. You know, it doesn't have to be, if something comes up that is relevant to your aims, it doesn't actually have to be the thing that you follow up. You can delegate it and, well, just have a look at what you can delegate, and it will just show you how kind of effective your systems are, and also your support network. Now, you've got thousands of women on here, you know, and even if you think, oh my God, well, I'm on my own, you know, I'm running my business on my own, how can I delegate it? Well, there'll be certain aspects that you can delegate. You know, just look at all the mothership members. Doesn't mean you have to maybe employ somebody full time, but it could be that one person that could do that particular piece of work for you. And all of a sudden, you're halfway up the mountain because you haven't just left it for it to, you know, get you where you need to get you. You know, a lot of the time, it's only you. But it doesn't have to be only you. You know, I'm on the phone all the time. I need some help with this. Can somebody do a database? I identify where I'm going, what I'm doing, and then think, actually, that is not my forte of experience. That would actually take me maybe 5 or 6 hours to do, when somebody who's got the skills will do it within 3 weeks. 3 weeks? Maybe an hour. Yeah, an hour of that time. And there's only one thing that I can tell you absolutely for sure, is if you insist on trying to do everything yourself, daughter's just come down, without any help along the way, then you really run the risk of limiting your growth. Don't put that on just yet, my darling, please. Yeah, I'll put it on as soon as I'm finished, yeah. And you limit the risk, you know, of... sorry, I've got sidetracked now because there's a young lady in the house. You run the risk of limiting your growth and your potential. And it'll always just be you. I mean, it doesn't have to be always just you. All you're ever going to have is one pair of hands. All you're going to have is one brain. And you'll always feel overstretched. So I think in every area of life, it's really important to plan for your future growth. Where are you going? If you have a support network, and there is no excuse, because with the mothership, you do have a support network, or you have a team of helpers, or you have friends, use them wisely and free up the time to do the things that you're really good at. or maybe the things that you're more effective at doing. So where you can, get into the habit of delegating it and ensure your team is trained, or you source your outside team that have already got the skills that you need. So the third thing really I want you to remember is, if you find yourself, resisting getting help with tasks or things that you need to do, ask yourself why. Why might this be? You might need to look at new people and resources, but really avoid ending up going, well, actually it's quicker if I do it myself. It might be quicker right now, but you need to find ways really to guarantee that you don't simply repeat the same jobs over and over again. So that's my little spiel on do it, dump it, or delegate it. So I'll just quickly go through 3 little helpers before I leave you to go and enjoy your lunch again. So spend as much time as you can doing what you choose to do, rather than reacting to the events around you. At the end of each day, aim to clear your inbox, your voicemail, your telephone pad. Put anything on your to-do list that you can do and you can't delegate onto your next day's list. If you can delegate it, find somebody to delegate it to. And if you find yourself resisting, asking for help to get things done, ask yourself why. Why is that? Seek out the people and the resources on the mothership that can actually help you get there. So I hope this has been really, really helpful. Give me a thumbs up or a comment in the box if you're watching this on replay, or if you're enjoying having your lunch. I'm Julie from the Coaching Den for Life. Delighted to be with you here on this sunny June afternoon. Have a great day, and I'll see you very, very soon. Take care now. Bye-bye.